Okay, you guys, good morning. I wanted to get on here because I was listening to the replay of my live that I did last night where I was talking about my ex husband and all of the legal stuff that we're now having to go back to court for. I honestly think that he's doing this because he's not happy in his current marriage. I don't care. I don't care. I think he's not happy in his current marriage. I think that he's doing this because um there's still something that he's holding on to me that he needs to let go. A lot of times men think because they've had children with you or they've had sex with you or they've been married to you or you guys have lived together, they think in their minds that they are entitled to you even when the relationship ends. I honestly don't think my ex-husband is happy. I think he got into this marriage with this woman that he's with because he wanted to just settle. I think that um, he's trying to make my life a living hell because he's not happy. Um, I really don't feel sorry for his wife. And the reason why I don't feel sorry for his wife is because these types of women who end up with these types of men who are still stuck in the past, they're still stuck in trauma and can't move on. Um, they tend to get the raw end deal of the stick, and I believe that that is what's going on with my ex-husband and his wife. Akina is over here living her best life, and my ex-husband is over here constantly needing the attention from me, constantly needing something from me that I can't give him. There is a reason why my ex-husband is my ex, because clearly he couldn't mature enough into the person that would be something of substance for me in my own happiness, right? And or fulfill a need that he couldn't fulfill. And I honestly think that's what's going on top of my sexuality. I'm starting to not care about him or his wife. And I really feel sorry for it, for him, because if he does not do the work or the healing, then he's going to be forever stuck in a marriage with this woman that he's married to that is never going to be fulfilled. And I think she's putting up with a lot of stuff from him just to say that she is married. And honestly, I don't care about rekindling or reconciling anything with him. Even if God forbid something happened to his current wife, we would never get back together again. Not even for the sake of the children. And see, men tend to hold on to things, ladies, because men don't know how to move on and let things go. And it's pretty clear with their behavior that they don't know how to move on and let things go. They don't know how to accept the word no. And like I said, I really don't feel sorry for his wife because the signs are there. The signs were there. And she chose to stay in a toxic, unhealthy marriage. And I feel like she is the replacement holder. I feel like when things ended with me and my ex, he just had to settle with somebody. I feel like he had to settle with somebody, and he chose her because she was more naive and more willing to be this replacement placeholder. Uh, he could be very much jealous that I'm gone on with my life and I'm happy and I'm content in my life and I have things going for myself. And that kind of bothers men when you can kind of function without them. And I like I said, I don't feel sorry for his wife. I don't. I feel sorry for him because this is no way to live. It's no way to live when you're constantly trying to diminish or destroy somebody's life or bring your miserableness. And he is miserable. He's very miserable and he's very bitter. And I don't think he really got over that divorce with him and I. And I'm not his therapist. And I really don't care that he hasn't gotten over the situation with me and him. That's a personal problem. I have peace. I'm very content in my life. And he needs to find some internal peace in his life because it's not going to be fair to the current wife that he has and what's going on. And unfortunately, like I said, these types of people, these type of insecure, unhealed, broken men, what he should have done was got into therapy after our divorce instead of jumping into a relationship with another woman. Because he's over here trying to figure out how is Akina doing this and how is Akina doing that and living her best life without me. Well, we tend to do that, men, when we get rid of you. We tend to glow up and grow up, and we tend to evolve and heal and become the best versions of ourselves when we're not with you. And I couldn't be that person with my ex-husband. And we're also on two different paths. There's things that me and my ex-husband will never be in compatibility with. Never. I've outgrown him. That's why we will never be together. And my sexuality won't allow me to be with him either, or any of you men. But the matter of the point is, women tend to glow and grow when they get rid of toxic parasitic men. We tend to just evolve. And that's what has happened. And no, I don't think my ex-husband is happy. I think he's very miserable. I think he's very bitter. I don't think he's really gotten over me and what we had. Um I think he thinks that this is about a competition or a game, and this isn't. This isn't a competition. This isn't a game. It's me simply going on with my life. That's it. It's sad. It's sad how you men are. It's really sad. I was a great wife to him. I really was. Never cheated on him. Was very faithful in our whole entire marriage. Even married this man as a virgin. He just wasn't grown up enough for me. No, he wasn't. He wasn't mature enough. And then he was pressured by friends and family members to get married to me and vice versa. So that played a huge factor on why things didn't work out. And of course, my sexuality played a role. So at that time, my family didn't know that I was into women, and he kind of knew, but it still didn't stop him from pursuing me. So I hid my sexuality from my friends and family and from the church for a very long time until I came out about 10 years ago. So that played a huge factor. But yeah, these men just a lot of them never ever they never really heal. A lot of these men are not healed. They're still hanging on to things between them and their ex-wives and baby mama and ex-girlfriends, and they're just bitter. For me, I'm over here just making plans, living my best life, trying to move forward and maneuver in all of the chaos that he's creating, especially in the legal aspect. And it's sad. It's sad. He's become very unhinged, and I think that last court hearing really, really drove him to the edge because he didn't know that I had a practice. He didn't know anything. He didn't know anything. So somebody like that who's unhinged and all this stuff here, they're not safe. They're not safe to be around or in proximity. Right now, with everything legally happening with him and I and all of the past conflict, it's kind of limited to no contact with my ex-husband now. I'm limited to no contact with him, even in co-parenting exchange. My attorney is going to, and we did talk about this. I'm not going to really talk about the legal constituents here, but We have agreed that he does need to go get some kind of therapy or treatment in order to be involved in his kid's life. That is something that she is going to order him to go get a psychological evaluation as well as to get therapy. So we did agree with that. Visitations were open, but with his current behavior, it's now going to be supervised. I've talked to the attorney, and we're going to move everything to more of a neutral setting. But as of right now, it is limited to no contact. So he was warned by the judge the last time we went to court that if this behavior continues, he would face jail time. And I think he knows that, but he doesn't care. He doesn't care. So I don't care. Um, oh boy. And then I get online and I see how you men are acting on here and how you act towards women. Well, I don't know what's wrong with these men, ladies. I don't know what's wrong with them. It's sad. It's sad. So I really wish you men the best of luck. But Akina has gone on with her life, and my ex husband has not. He's still hanging on to whatever we had in our past. That's what's going on here because he still wants some Akina, but Akina doesn't want him. So I guess this is his little retaliation, but he's not winning anything. If anything, he's digging himself into a hole, and I don't think he's going to be able to get out of this one. I don't think so, you guys. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of this legal matter. No, 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 no. Because I have a little bit more information on him that can very well make this more serious than what it is. My attorney has been doing a little bit of digging around, and she's flabbergasted by the information that she's received. So she wants me to come in and have a talk about this information. I look forward to knowing what's going on. So, um, you men should stop. You should stop. Um, I can only imagine what's going on behind closed doors with him and his current wife and the abuse that she's enduring as a result of his unhingedness. So I am safe, you guys. But my ex-husband is digging a hole he's not gonna be able to get out of. No, not this time. Not this time. Anyways, I just wanted to get on here and share this. You ladies be safe. See, that's why if you're gonna deal with these men, you need to have everything in black and white and legal stuff in place like what I have. And I don't do anything with these men outside of business and legal. That's it. I don't do anything outside of business and legal. So strictly business, strictly legal with me and these men. That's what it's ever gonna be with them. That's all it's ever gonna be. That's it. Nothing else, nothing more, no romance, no nothing with you men. Mm-mm. I've seen enough. I've seen enough with you men. Even with my own sisters, I've seen enough with them and their husbands, and it's crazy how their health is deteriorating behind these men. And these men only just give them a little. They give them a little bit of the bare minimum just to keep them hanging on. It's sad. It's sad. They're not actually getting the fulfilled life that they should be getting with the man. They're not getting it. And I'm over here. I have peace. This is why I can get on here and speak about men the way that I do without any kind of nothing, nothing. So you ladies be safe. Y'all be safe out here.